Everyone, John here with PT. Dan with Sandler Training. PT Ask Dan. How we doing, Dan?
Fine, thanks.
Excellent. So years ago, I read an article from somebody and they talked about what they called speed blowback. And what they were trying to define is a sales conversation, the person across from you, and meeting where they are in terms of pace of conversation and absorption of information and how quickly they're assimilating based on maybe what they've done research wise up front, good, bad, indifferent, all those kinds of things. And then personality type. So talk about the pace in a sales conversation, how to adjust to your prospect, but the pitfalls, I guess, of going too slow or too fast.
Oh boy, John, this is a hard one because I think at the end of the day, it all comes down to just having experience.
Yeah.
You kind of get the feeling, you understand. And this is really hard to teach this to people. You just need to go out and run sales calls and
Do.
run them, and then you
Yeah.
start to figure out. But you got to learn from calls too. I remember one of my calls early on in my Sandler world, so to speak, and I was meeting with a woman business owner, and she was referred to me, and we had a 90-minute meeting scheduled, and after about 20 to 30 minutes, I really felt like she was going to give me her credit card, but I hadn't run her through my sales process yet. So it was almost like, well, hold on, I got to cover this and cover. And by the end of it, it took too long and she never bought. And I
Yep.
learned from that. It's like, you've got to watch. And I'll give you another example. I just had a call last week with a business owner, and it was an hour and a half meeting. And after almost 30 minutes, I could just tell he was like, so what do we do to get started? And it was, well, here's what we do, and let's
Yep.
just go. So
Yep.
I think you just kind of, at the end of, we got to quit thinking about them. I'm sorry, we got to quit thinking about ourselves and just start thinking about them. Pay attention to their signals. Don't worry about having to take them through everything. If they're ready to buy, just go for it.
Bye. Yeah, I think intuition plays a big role, which is what you're describing there. Sometimes you can see it in body language if they're getting frustrated or comments that they may make that bring it out for you. But we've all been there when you're agonizingly on the receiving end of something that you really don't need. You just need to know who to make the check to, basically. And
Yeah.
off you go.
Well,
So
and vice versa. You
yes.
know when the sales call's over too, and then we try to overstay and try to convince. And look, if it's going to be over, I'd rather know that sooner than later. And if I got a 90-minute meeting scheduled and it's over, let's be done in 20 minutes rather than
Right.
90.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There we go. All right, everybody. See you again tomorrow.
Take care.